Happy Friday. Just a short word. Ephesians chapter 1 verses 22 and 23. And God placed all things under his feet and appointed him to be head over everything for the church, which is his body, the fullness of him who fills everything in every way. I was talking to my parents the other day. I try to talk to my parents a little more often these days. And we weren't talking about anything in particular. We're talking about this and that, just catching up. And after we hung up, I started to think a little bit about my childhood. And I realized how grateful I am for my parents. I remember there were times as a child where I didn't know where I was, where I didn't know where I was going. But as long as I was holding on to my mom or dad's hand, I knew everything was going to be okay. There were times when, as a child, that I was hungry. But I knew that if I could just find my mom or dad, I knew somehow they would find me something to eat. And there were times as a child, many times, when I was afraid and scared. But I knew that as long as my mom or dad was near, I knew that I had nothing to be afraid of. Because they were always there for me. They took care for me. They protected me. They provided for me. And they're my parents. Of course they did those things for me. Because they loved me. And but on the other side of that, as their son, there were requirements as well. Well, not that it was conditional, but as their son, there was a certain way that I was expected to behave wherever I went, because my actions reflected their parenting. And I think this passage is saying something similar. This Sunday I talked about, and I shared how Christians need to be filled with Christ in order to live like the body of Christ should. It's our duty. It's something we need to do. But there's another aspect of this passage that I want to add on. Yes, Christ is our head. Christ is our head. Yes, we follow him. Yes, we obey him. But that's not all. It's not just a one-way street. We must also remember that as we have Jesus as our head, we don't have to worry. Sometimes bad things happen in our lives. We might forget it for a second, but we need to remember that he's there. And he takes care of us. He protects us. He provides for us because he loves us. So I want to tell you, if you're going through a hard time, hold on to Jesus. If you're scared, hold on to Jesus. If you're in need, hold on to Jesus. If you're alone, hold on to Jesus. Because he's there and he's waiting for you.